Hi, I'm Latte from LA, and I'll be representing the struggles of every ignored middle child out there, only 1,000 times worse. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. First things first, let me introduce you to my parents. Dad's a businessman who's always pacing around, shouting into his Bluetooth about money, business, and other rich grown-up stuff I have no clue about.
Buy, sell, move those investments. No, not the tech stocks, the blue chips. And why is nobody checking the quarterly profits?
Meanwhile, Mom's basically a TikTok royalty. She made cooking videos while looking like a goddess, and somehow every single one of them gets 1 million views. One time, she was just boiling water, and the comments were acting like she just saved the world. Now, let's talk about my sisters. So here's the thing. I was born right in the middle of triplets. According to Mom, order matters. So Marie was decided as the oldest because she burst out 1.2 seconds before me, and our youngest popped out last, blinking those iconic eyelashes and pouting those extra plump lips at everyone in the hospital room. Mom named her Princess because, honestly, she looked just like one. Even the doctor and nurses said so. They immediately put a tiny little tiara on her baby head as soon as she was born, and I swear she's never taken it off since. Meanwhile, Marie was a certified genius. When she was born, she didn't even cry. She spoke. And it wasn't just any word. It was the longest word ever.
Extrasupercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Everyone clapped, then fainted. And because of that, our parents named her after the legendary Marie Curie, the most iconic female genius in history. She could solve a Rubik's Cube with her eyes closed at 3 months old. Naturally, she just kept getting smarter as we grew up, and Dad was obsessed. He literally framed her report cards and all her other academic achievements and plastered them on our walls.
Oh, my smart little cookie. One day, you're gonna be the CEO of my company, and you'd take over the world with that genius brain of yours.
Meanwhile, when the nurse asked for my name, Mom just glanced around the room and spotted Dad's favorite coffee, latte. So they slapped the name on me right then and there, and it stuck. Even the bitterness. If Marie's the smart and serious one, Princess is the pretty and sweet one. Her face card never declined. Her lashes are so long you can mop the floors with them. All she has to do is blink and TikTok loses its mind. She literally went viral for just yawning once, and Mom was so proud.
Look at those lips, those lashes, that perfect little nose. Of course, she got it from her mama, which is me. Oh, I think I'm gonna cry.
They would do each other's makeup, go on shopping sprees, and film TikToks together. So basically, Dad was Team Marie, Mom was Team Princess, and I was on Team Wallpaper. Or maybe Team Houseplant, just quietly existing in the background, hoping someone remembers to water me. I was the normal triplet, so I was just there. There was nothing special about me. Maybe my name really did fit me after all. Most of the time, they just totally forgot I existed. Like that time when they literally left me at the park, packed up, loaded the car, and just drove away. There I was, vibing on the swing, trying not to panic, when a stranger found my emergency number taped to my unicorn toy and called my mom.
Hi, ma'am. I think you left your child at the park.
Oh, right. I thought we only had twins. Sorry about that.
By the time they finally picked me up, I'd already befriended 3 squirrels, learned how to swing with one hand, and considered joining a new family. Even dinner was brutal. Marie had her steak cut into perfect cubes and served with organic pomegranate juice. Princess got her spaghetti swirled into a heart shape with glitter sprinkles, while me, a single, sad, boiled egg. Can someone pass the salt, please? I had to ask 6 times before anyone noticed.
You have hands, sweetie. You can do it yourself.
Then she literally walked around me to give napkins to Princess.
Oh, thanks, Mom. You're literally the best. Mwah.
Even our relatives and neighbors weren't different.
You guys have such beautiful twins.
Hey, Marie. Hi, Princess. And, the other one.
Basically, I was the other one. And don't even get me started on birthdays. Every year, Marie and Princess got mountains of cake, giant crowns, and enough presents to fill a delivery truck, while I got a single cupcake with a bite already taken out of it, and a used birthday candle that barely stayed lit. For gifts, just whatever my sisters tossed aside. On our 11th birthday, I didn't even get anything. Literally, not a single gift. Not even a card.
Oh, Latte, sweetie. I'm so sorry. We totally forgot. Here's a tissue roll.
Here's $5. Go wild at the dollar store, champ.
Meanwhile, my sisters were basically swimming in glitter and unwrapping the entire toy store. The only one who ever paid me any attention at home was our dog, Mr. Wiggles. But unfortunately, his idea of love was licking my face right after cleaning his own post-poop butthole. Sometimes he'd even poop in my bed, and Mom would just wave it off.
Oh, it's just poop, sweetie. No big deal. Just clean it up yourself. It won't hurt you.
As for my sisters, they only talked to me when they needed me. Now that we were in middle school, nothing much has changed. Marie only remembered my existence if she needed help with her homework, the easy and boring parts, like coloring her science projects or organizing her notebooks. Meanwhile, Princess only noticed me if she needed a camera woman for her TikToks and live streams. Honestly, watching her film behind the scenes was a total cringe fest. I swear, she just made things up the entire time.
What am I drinking? Oh, it's just a super healthy smoothie I made all by myself. It's totally organic, straight from trees and leaves and, nature and stuff. So healthy. Oh my gosh, a cute boy is waving at me across the street. He just mouthed that I'm the prettiest girl in the world. OMG, stop it. Go away.
But you know what hurt me the most? Whenever I get sick. One time, I was legit burning up with fever and was having a hard time breathing. I went to my parents' room to tell them about it, but they just didn't care.
Just go bathe in ice, sweetie.
Thought it was something important. I had the most beautiful dream, and now it's ruined.
But the second Princess coughed once across the room, Mom did a triple backflip off the couch.
Is my precious pumpkin okay? Should I call the ambulance?
Marie sneezed in her room, and Dad parachuted in with orange juice.
We heard a noise, sweetheart. Are you okay? Need anything?
I'm studying, Dad. Please leave. And close the window. Quietly.
Sometimes I wondered, if I vanished into thin air, would anyone notice? The only time I ever felt truly seen was whenever my grandma visited. She'd sweep through the front door in her sparkly slippers, hug me like she was trying to squeeze the sadness out of me, and slip extra cookies into my backpack. She'd also sneak me new highlighters, draw silly smiley faces on my lunch bag, and tell me stories where I was the main character and not just triplet number 2. When everyone else was busy ignoring me, Grandma would teach me how to make fancy drinks, especially coffees.
A good cup of coffee can turn a lonely day sweet.
Maybe she doesn't want me feeling bad about my name forever, and it worked. I appreciated what latte means. Making drinks like this with Grandma is my most special thing in the world. One day, I made coffee for my family. It was a personal brew, and I was super confident in my work, but they just looked at the cups in disgust.
Ugh, what is this? You want us to drink that?
I made it myself. If you could just try.
Just get me my usual from my favorite coffee shop. Okay, champ?
I can't risk my taste buds on an unknown variable. Sorry.
Princess pretended to take a sip and pulled a face for her live stream.
Guys, I think I just tasted my villain origin story. I think I'm gonna die. Somebody send help.
But if you thought home was rough, school was a whole new level of pain. At school, Marie was that girl. The class president, the straight-A superstar, the student teachers literally asked for help. She answered questions before they even finished asking. Everyone looked up to her like she was some kind of academic goddess. Meanwhile, Princess always slayed the hallways in her trendiest outfits like an actual princess. It felt like the whole school was obsessed with her. People actually followed her around just to see if she'd blink, breathe, or maybe drop a hair ties. They had fans, while I had haters.
Seriously? Their parents should have stopped at twins. She's got this major third wheel energy.
Yeah, she's not even that pretty or smart. She's just there. Zero aura, unlike her sisters.
I bet she's actually adopted or something.
Like, hello? We literally have the same face. I wanted to hold up a mirror and scream, "Do you not see the copy-paste happening here?" I bet they still wouldn't see it, even if I tattooed triplet number 2 on my forehead. One day, I decided to try fitting in. First, I went full princess mode, curled my lashes, wore the brightest pink I could find, and even borrowed her lip gloss, which tasted like expired bubblegum.
Imposter alert! Her lashes are like 0.24 millimeters shorter. Nice try, fake princess.
Oh, bless your heart. But you'll never be princess. There's only room for one queen at this school.
The following week, I tried acting like Marie. I slapped on some glasses, tied my hair into the tightest bun, and even solved a ridiculously difficult math problem on the board. For 2 glorious minutes, people actually looked at me. But then the real Marie walked in and everyone instantly forgot I existed again.
Can you sit down now? The real genius is here.
At lunch, kids would save the best seat for Princess, an extra dessert for Marie, and nothing for me. One girl literally passed food through me like I was a hologram. Every time the world felt too much, I'd sneak into the bathroom, call Grandma, and she'd talk to me until I could smile again.
Oh, my little sweet latte. Just because they don't see you now doesn't mean you're not sparkling. Some treasures are hidden for a reason. Now hush, darling. You're my brightest star.
She always knew exactly what to say, but one day, everything changed. We came home, and Mom was ugly crying for the first time.
Grandma's gone, Latte. She had a heart attack. She didn't make it.
My heart broke into a million pieces. I cried for days. I skipped dessert and stopped caring about school. Meanwhile, my sisters acted like nothing happened. I was sitting in the bathroom stall, hugging Grandma's old scarf, trying to remember how to breathe. That's when it really hit me. Being invisible hurts the most when the only person who actually sees you is gone. So there I was, sitting outside the school building, face buried in my knees, trying to disappear into the flower bed. Just then, I felt a gentle tap on my shoulder.
Hey, are you okay?
I froze. Someone actually asked if I was okay? Was this some kind of prank? For a split second, I thought it might be the school janitor ready to bust me for squishing the daisies again. But no. Standing in front of me was, I swear, the cutest boy I'd ever seen in real life. He looked like a Disney prince. He had curly chestnut hair, hazel eyes flecked with gold, and a smile so dazzling it could melt a diamond into a sparkling puddle. He handed me his handkerchief, which smelled like expensive cologne and cinnamon rolls. Thanks. I've never seen you before. Are you new here?
Yeah, and I think I'm lost. This school is like a giant pizza. Too many slices.
I laughed for the first time in weeks. I ended up showing him around, and to my surprise, he was in my class. His name was Bryce, a transfer student, and the moment he stepped into our classroom, you could literally hear every girl's jaw hit the floor, including my sister's. Since then, both of them were glued to him like flirty magnets to a fridge.
So, Bryce, want to join the science club? I could help you with algebra or chemistry or, world domination.
Hey, handsome. Want to act as my boyfriend for my next TikTok content? I have 35 million followers. We could go on a fake date and kiss under the stars?
It was a competition every single day while I was stuck on the sidelines.
He asked me to help with his math homework. Clearly, he's into me.
Please, he liked and commented on all my TikTok videos, even my baby videos and the one where I had braces. He's so obsessed with me.
Sorry to interrupt, but are you guys actually crushing on him or what?
Nope. Future CEO rules. Studies first, boys later. I don't have time for distractions.
But you're literally all over him.
Correction. He's all over me.
Aren't you supposed to be the genius one? So why are you being so delusional? Bryce is basically my fanboy. He even collects my photo cards. Sorry, sissy.
Sorry to burst your stupid little bubble, but he asked me to be his private tutor 24/7. So clearly, he likes me more.
I couldn't take it anymore, so I finally inserted myself into the conversation. He actually talked to me first. We literally walked in together on his first day, remember? He found me crying and gave me his handkerchief. It wasn't just some random thing. He noticed me first and made the first move. Both of them looked at me like I just said I was moving to Mars.
Oh, please. He was just being polite. Don't get your hopes up, Latte.
Oh, our dear Latte. Bryce is just really kind to everyone. I'm sure he felt bad because you looked so sad. He's just got that big, soft heart. What a sweetheart.
And that was it. They went right back to fighting over him while I just faded into the background again. hugging Bryce's handkerchief close to my chest. So the next day at school, I decided it was time to make a move on him. I needed him to remember me. Later that day, I spotted him at his locker, looking all mysterious and handsome with his hair perfectly messy like he just rolled out of an expensive magazine. I marched over, clutching my book so tight my fingers turned white. "Hey Bryce, remember me? I helped you when you got lost on your first day, and you gave me your handkerchief?" He glanced at me, blinked twice, and his face lit up with recognition.
Oh, yeah, your latte, right? You were really helpful that day. Thanks again. I probably would have ended up in the janitor's closet without you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I get lost all the time too. Like last week, I walked into the boys' bathroom by accident, so you're welcome.
So, do you know if the cafeteria food ever gets less weird?
Maybe on pizza day, but most days it's kind of a mystery. Like sometimes I just bring emergency snacks, just in case. We talked for a few more seconds before the bell rang. Every time I saw him after that, he'd wave or flash a friendly smile. Of course, I still managed to embarrass myself at least once a day, waving at him in the cafeteria, standing near him in the hallway, accidentally dropping all my books right at his feet. But at least this time, he'd help pick them up and flash me his cute little smile, which always made my heart do 10 backflips. Maybe, just maybe, I wasn't that invisible after all. One night, I was looking for something to eat in the kitchen for my midnight snack when I noticed Mom's favorite golden spatula, the one she used in all her TikTok videos, was snapped in half. I was about to play detective when she walked in, took one look, and had a full-on meltdown.
My precious spatula! Latte, what have you done?
What? Mom, I swear, I didn't even touch it. It was already broken when I found it.
Honestly, why can't you be more like your sisters? Sometimes I wish we just had twins. No need for a spare.
Mom didn't stop crying over that spatula, like she lost a best friend. She even held a mini funeral for it the next day and kept talking about replacement kids and broken dreams with Dad. Their words felt like 1,000 tiny daggers in my chest. Later that day, I was sulking in the corner, hugging my knees when Princess tiptoed in.
Hey, Latte? I was actually the one who broke Mom's spatula. I was filming a slow-mo pancake flip for TikTok, and it just snapped. But, you know, if I told them, they'd never believe it. I'm their perfect princess. Sorry, sissy.
So you just let them yell at me and insult me?
If it wasn't you, they'd blame Marie. But she's the genius, so it would somehow be your fault anyway. That's just how it is in this house.
She's right. Just move on. It's not a big deal.
But to me, it was a big deal. That night, I cried myself to sleep, hugging Grandma's old scarf and staring at the moon outside my window. And that's when I decided I'd had enough. If nobody wanted me around, maybe I'd just disappear for real. But where do you run when you're not even sure anyone would notice you're gone? The next day at school, just as I was busy plotting my great escape, like mentally packing snacks, water, and at least 4 phone chargers, I spotted the cutest little hamster zipping across the hallway. At first I thought I was hallucinating, but nope, there he was, doing little parkour stunts like he owned the place. So naturally, I followed him. Through the gym, under the vending machine, and across the trash can where I accidentally stepped on a ketchup packet and basically ruined my socks forever. The little guy finally disappeared behind a bookshelf near the back of the school library, right by the toilet. Looking at the empty spot, I suddenly had the craziest idea ever. Live at school like a secret lair style. No parents, no sisters, no drama and unfair treatment. Just total peace and free Wi-Fi. That night, I packed up my stuff. Blanket burrito, folding mattress, emergency cookies, Grandma's old lamp for extra comfort, and of course, and my trusty mini coffee making kit. I then strolled past my parents, dragging a huge suitcase behind me just to see their reactions. And guess what? Neither of them blinked. Hey guys, I'm running away from home. Gonna live in the wild, eat moss, maybe join a circus. If anything, Mom just told me not to slam the door. So off I went. I snuck into school under the cover of darkness, crawled through a window, and set up my new home behind the back library shelves. I laid out my mattress, decorated my secret base with string lights and hamster snacks just in case the little guy came back, and did a happy victory dance. It was perfect. Now that I was basically a bored ghost living at school, I started mapping out every single inch of the place, where the cameras pointed, which teachers actually checked the bathrooms, Which janitors cared if a random blanket fort popped up near the nonfiction section? At night, the school was creepy and weirdly exciting. I even found the secret security room where all the CCTV monitors were. I spent hours just watching, like my own private reality show, and I couldn't believe the stuff I found out, especially about my sisters. Oh, these footages are definitely going to come in handy very soon. I just realized that being invisible was kind of awesome, actually. But it also made me a little evil. That night, I snuck into the science lab and stole a whole bag of fake rubber snakes that looked super realistic and extra slithery. The next morning, I woke up early and planted my new friends under all the mean kids' chairs in our class. Each snake was taped to a nearly invisible string, all leading right to my desk. It was my masterpiece. Before class, I sat at my desk, looking totally innocent and waiting for the drama to drop.
Did someone forget to take out the trash? Oh, wait, it's just Latte, the ugly triplet.
Yeah, why are you even here? Nobody cares unless you're Marie or Princess.
Careful, girls. Some people say the universe bites back, and it has fangs. And that's when I gave the string the tiniest little tug. Suddenly, the fake snakes slithered out from under their chairs, and a chorus of blood-curdling screams echoed through the classroom. Told you not to mess with me. Next time, it might be spiders or anacondas. For the first time in my life, everyone actually stared at me like I had superpowers. Some looked terrified, and others were impressed.
Wait, can you actually summon snakes?
Are you like half human, half snake? Oh, that's so cool!
If you ever insult me again, the snakes will know. For once, I felt cool and powerful. That night, powered up by my brand new bad girl reputation, I plotted even more epic pranks and powers. I swapped out the teacher's chalk with color-changing markers, so every lesson turned into a rainbow rave. I glued googly eyes to every classroom door. Seriously, everywhere you looked, it felt like the whole school was staring you down. With every prank, my legend grew. People started whispering my name in the halls. I also started wearing smoky eyeliner, spiky bracelets, and a random leather jacket I found in Lost and Found. Suddenly, everyone thought I was cool. Even the lunch lady raised an eyebrow and gave me an extra meatball. But my sisters hated it. They cornered me at lunch.
What is happening to you, Latte? You used to be normal. Now you're just embarrassing.
So you're a bad girl now? Seriously, you look like a raccoon in that eyeliner.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of everyone actually paying attention to me for once. Jealous much?
Jealous of what? Getting attention for causing trouble? Whatever helps you sleep at night, I guess.
You wish you could go viral for something other than being a disaster. Even your pranks are cringe, sissy. Try harder next time.
I couldn't take it anymore. So for the first time ever, I hit back. Oh, Marie, maybe you should stop stealing answer keys from the teacher's office if you want to keep being a genius. And Princess, nice try hiding your butt rash. Right then and there, I posted Marie's secret footage and Princess's embarrassing clip for everyone to see. And the look on their faces was priceless. But after a few days of watching them get roasted and ghosted at school, I actually felt awful. For once, they were the invisible ones, and it hurt to watch. It just made me feel worse. Being the bad girl was starting to lose its sparkle. Later that day, I was at my locker when Bryce showed up right next to me.
Hey, troublemaker.
Hey, Bryce. He leaned against the locker, studying me for a second.
You really went full savage mode, huh? Saw your pranks. They were a lot.
Guess people finally notice me now.
But is that what you really want? I kinda like the old you. The one who helped lost kids like me.
That hit me hard. Suddenly, all the hurt and loneliness spilled out. You don't get it. All my life I've been invisible. Nobody ever picks me. I'm just the extra triplet, the backup plan. It sucks, Bryce. I just wanted to matter, even if it meant being a little evil. He looked at me like he really saw me. Not as a joke, not as an extra.
Well, I notice you. You're kind of impossible to ignore, you know?
My cheeks went red. I tried to act chill, but I felt like melting right there. Hey, want to see something cool? I grabbed his hand and dragged him through the hallway until we ducked into the back of the library. Welcome to my secret lair. No parents, no sisters, no drama. Just books, coffee, and fairy lights.
I don't think you're allowed to live here. But not gonna lie, This is pretty cool.
I know, right? Here, sit. I made him a cup and handed it over. My hands were shaking a little. He took a sip and his eyes went wide.
Hold up. Did you put magic in this? This coffee literally slaps. It tastes so good.
It was the first time my coffee got validated, and I felt like bouncing across the clouds in happiness. It's my thing. Started making drinks with my grandma when I was little. It always made me feel less invisible.
Well, here's to you. You're not invisible to me.
We sat together, just sipping coffee in the soft fairy light. For the first time, I felt seen and maybe even special. Since then, Bryce and I started getting closer. We'd talk between classes, share snacks, and sometimes I'd sneak him my best coffee under the table. Of course, my sisters were not happy about it. Every time we talked, I could literally feel their jealous stares burning into the back of my head. It wasn't long before they finally cornered me in the hallway, princess in full TikTok glam, Marie holding her books like a weapon.
So you really think you're the main character now? Just because you slapped on some stupid eyeliner and started hanging out with Bryce? Newsflash, he's just nice to literally everyone, sissy, especially to sorry losers like you. Don't let it go to your head. He literally DM'd me first. I just rejected him. Enjoy my leftovers, I guess?
Let's be honest. He's likely motivated by pity. Some guys are attracted to so-called projects. And well, Latte's not exactly an academic or aesthetic outlier.
Oh, and you really think we forgot what you did to us? Exposing us like that? Don't worry, sissy. Revenge is coming. And trust me, it's gonna be iconic.
I couldn't take it anymore, so I finally snapped. You two are just pressed because someone finally noticed me instead of you. And worse, he's your crush. Sorry, princess, but not every boy wants to be your TikTok prop. And Marie, maybe Bryce is sick of girls who act like human calculators.
Girl, you're so delulu. Keep dreaming.
Yeah. Don't come crying to us when you get your heart broken, okay?
I just rolled my eyes and walked away. But inside, I felt like I finally won something. For once, I had the upper hand. One night, I was sneaking past the admin office when I heard someone talking on the phone inside. I took a peek and realized that it was the principal, and she sounded super sketchy.
Ugh, I need that designer bag, but the donation funds aren't enough yet. Ugh, well, I already used the last batch to pay off my car. Just stall the library people if they ask.
My jaw dropped. She was literally blowing school donation money on herself. That money was supposed to be for the library, not for her luxury car or a designer bag. I ran to tell Bryce during lunch. Bryce, guess what? The principal is a total scammer. She bought her car with our school's donation money.
Seriously? That's messed up. But do you have any proof?
No, I forgot to record it. But I swear I know what I heard.
Don't worry, I believe you. But what are we supposed to do about it?
Easy. We prank her. Teach her a lesson, make her squirm. I then leaned in closer and whispered my plan.
Latte, are you sure about this? I mean, it's kind of illegal.
Cat poop isn't illegal. Plus, she deserves it.
Fine. But if we get caught, you owe me a year's worth of coffee.
Deal. That afternoon, we snuck out of class and spent way too long hunting down and collecting cat poop around the campus. We then found the principal's car, and after Bryce awkwardly fumbled with a bobby pin, we finally popped the door open. We spread the poop into her fancy leather seats, trying not to gag or laugh too loudly. Just as we were about to sneak away, we heard footsteps. It was the principal. Bryce panicked, grabbed my hand, and pulled me down into the back seat. We were suddenly squished together, barely breathing, and not just because of the cat poop. His face was so close I could count every single freckle on his nose. To my relief, the principal just grabbed her wallet from the dashboard and left without noticing a thing. As soon as the coast was clear, Bryce grinned at me, still a little breathless.
That was close. I mean, us getting caught. Not that I'd mind getting stuck with you again.
I shoved him, pretending to be annoyed, but I couldn't stop blushing. The next day at school, I was still replaying the whole cat poop adventure in my head and low-key still blushing about how close Bryce's face was to mine, when suddenly the intercom buzzed.
Would Latte and Bryce please report to the principal's office immediately?
Uh-oh. I shot Bryce a panicked look across the hallway. He just gave me a tiny reassuring smile, and we both walked to the office together. When we walked in, I was surprised to see my parents there, and they looked furious, while the principal looked like she just sucked a dozen lemons.
Sit down. I assume you both know why you're here.
She turned the monitor around. There it was. Full HD footage of us pranking her precious car, plus even more clips of me setting up my other pranks.
Care to explain this, you two? Especially you, Latte.
Before I could even open my mouth, Bryce jumped in.
It was me. I planned the whole thing. Latte didn't want to do it. I forced her. I was bored and I dragged her along. If anyone should be punished, it's me.
My jaw dropped. Was he really trying to take all the blame for me? Wait, that's not true.
Nice try, son. But you clearly don't know our daughter.
You chose the wrong triplet to cover for. Latte is the queen of trouble around here. Marie is the genius, Princess is the angel, and Latte's the one always causing chaos.
Honestly, you should stay away from her. She's a bad influence.
Seriously? I've spent my whole life trying to be good, helping out, doing everything for you guys to notice and love me. And the second I mess up, that's all you see?
Ugh, don't be so dramatic. We're just telling it like it is. Maybe if you continued to behave, things would be different.
I fought back my tears and tried to defend Bryce, but they weren't having it.
Enough. I don't care whose idea it was. Both of you broke the rules and vandalized school property. You're both suspended for a week. I hope you use this time to think about your choices.
I even tried to speak up about her corruption and the missing donation funds, but everyone just stared at me like I was making it up.
Oh, please. You don't even have any proof.
Bryce and I left the office super frustrated. I'm really sorry for all of this, Bryce. You got in trouble because of me.
Hey, don't worry about it. I've got your back.
His words comforted me, and before I knew it, I broke down and told him everything. How my family never saw me, how I tried so hard to be good, invisible, even a little rebellious, and none of it mattered. Nothing worked. I was just done. That was when I made my decision. I was moving out for good. Bryce offered to let me stay at his place for a while. Honestly, I wanted to say no. I didn't want to be a burden. But what choice did I have? I had nowhere else to go. So I left. No more trying to fit in or waiting to be noticed. I was finally choosing me. When I showed up at their house, I tried to act chill, but his mom saw right through me. She pulled me into a warm hug and handed me a tissue.
You're always welcome here, Latte, as long as you want. And if you're hungry, dinner's in 10.
Bryce's dad gave me a fist bump and told me not to worry about anything. I helped set the table, did the dishes, and even tried folding laundry. Every little thing I did, someone actually noticed. And then there was the coffee. I started making it for everyone. Bryce, his parents, even their neighbors, and they all loved it. Like actual compliments.
This is the best cup I've had all year. You put all the coffee shops to shame, kiddo.
One morning, Bryce's dad announced that his boss was coming over for a super important meeting. The whole house felt like it was prepping for royalty. I noticed there were like 6 new bags of fancy coffee beans in the kitchen, but I didn't think much of it. When the boss finally arrived, Bryce's parents asked me if I could make coffee for everyone. I happily obliged and made my best latte yet. Creamy, extra smooth, with a swirl of vanilla and a heart on top. The boss took one sip and basically turned into a human heart eyes emoji.
This is incredible. You made this yourself?
Yes, sir. It's kind of my thing. He glanced at Bryce's parents, then back at me, beaming.
Have you ever thought of running a coffee shop? Because I have a business proposal for you. I want to open a cafe, and with your talent, we'd be unstoppable.
That's when I realized Bryce's family had totally set this up. 3 days before, they'd gone on a weird coffee bean shopping spree, and now it all made sense. But they didn't tell me so I wouldn't freak out or feel pressured. And it worked. I ended up staying with Bryce's family for months, but not once did anyone from my own family even bother to check on me. Not a single, "Are you okay?" or "When are you coming home?" Just silence. One time, I even overheard my sisters talking about me at school.
She probably needed some space or whatever. Anyway, it's not a big deal. It's not like her presence mattered that much at home. Mom and Dad don't even care.
Fast forward a few months, I was helping manage my own cafe, making coffee for real customers who paid actual money, and somehow I became famous. At school, everyone suddenly wanted to be my friend.
Latte, can you teach me how to do latte art? You're like a literal legend.
Hey, you want to collab for my TikTok review page?
But honestly, it all felt so fake. These were the same people who had ignored me for years. Now they were acting like I was the main character just because things were finally going well? And don't even get me started on my sisters. As I was passing by the hallway, I heard them gossiping with their friends, loud enough for the whole school to hear.
Her little coffee shop is just a stupid hobby. Not like it's a real career or anything. She'll get over it once the hype dies down.
Yeah, well, at least you don't have to deal with a fake sister who will ditch you just for clout. Imagine being so desperate for attention that you'd open a coffee shop just to trend online.
OMG, that's so shady.
Trust me, people will do anything for likes these days. Hashtag fake family.
I'd had enough of this school and sibling drama, so I switched to homeschooling, focused on my business, and finally started living life on my own terms. I didn't care about anyone else anymore. As long as I had myself and Bryce and his family, the only people who truly cared, that was enough. Over the years, Bryce and I became total besties. We did everything together. Taste testing new coffee recipes, binging random documentaries, and roasting each other about literally everything. But even after I moved out and finally got my own house, there was always this something between us. Then one evening, he showed up at my new place with a giant box of pizza and this weird, nervous energy. You've been twitchy all night. What's up?
Okay, this is random, but can I tell you something?
As long as you're not about to confess your undying love for my caramel macchiato, sure.
When you were living at my house, I never said anything because I didn't want to be another person taking something from you. You already had enough people ignoring you, twisting you, making you feel small. I wanted you to have space to just breathe, to be you. But the truth? I noticed you from day one. The way you laugh when you're nervous, how you hum while you make coffee, the way you refuse to quit even when the whole world treats you like you're invisible. You were never invisible to me, Latte. You were the one thing I couldn't stop seeing. I love you. I have for years. I just needed to wait until you loved yourself first and made your dreams come true.
My throat tightened, my cheeks burning. You absolute dork. You waited years to say that?
Well, I figured the best coffee is worth the wait.
And just like that, he leaned in, and for the first time, I believed I was truly seen. A few days later, the grand opening of my biggest cafe in town finally came. It was not just a building. For me, it's a palace made of dreams. Customers lined up. Bryce teased me from behind the counter, and every latte art heart came out just right. Then the bell over the door chimed. I froze. It was them. My family. Mom in her perfect dress, Dad in his stiff suit, Marie hugging her books, Princess with her lashes curled to the heavens. I braced myself, but they just quietly joined the line like everyone else. When it was their turn, they didn't order fancy drinks or demand attention.
We'll each have whatever is your favorite.
Yes. Surprise us, Latte.
That word, latte, for the first time, it didn't sting. I made the drinks. Caramel latte with cinnamon for Dad, bold espresso for Mom, hazelnut mocha for Marie, a strawberry foam latte for Princess. My best work yet. They each took a sip, and for the first time, they smiled. As they sat down, their eyes drifted to the wall and stopped. Grandma's scarf, framed in glass with a plaque beneath it, for the one who taught me that love can be poured into a cup. Thank you, Grandma. Mom broke first, tears spilling. Dad wiped his face, unable to speak.
She always believed in you. And we never did. I am so sorry.
You built this without us, and it feels wrong to say we're proud after all we did. I should have loved you the same as the others, but I didn't. I left you fighting for scraps, and I'll regret it forever. I failed you, Latte. I'm sorry.
Maureen leaned forward, voice trembling but steady.
Latte, I've carried guilt for years. I thought you'd always come back because we were triplets. I thought that bond meant I didn't have to try. But that was selfish. I was jealous of you, and I made you feel small. I'm sorry.
Princess dabbed her eyes, her usual glam gone.
Me too, Sissy. I pretended you didn't matter, but the truth? I envied you. You didn't need filters or followers to be real. I was scared of losing my spotlight, so I pushed you away. I thought you'd always come back because we were 3 parts of one whole, but you didn't. And it broke me. I'm so sorry.
For once, they weren't the genius or the princess. They were just my sisters. I sat across from them, coffee in hand. For years, they never even tasted my coffee. And now, here they were, sipping it like it was the sweetest thing in the world. Maybe it wasn't the drink itself. Maybe it was what it meant, that they finally saw me, the real me. I looked at Mom's tears, Dad's trembling hands, Marie's guilt, Princess's honesty. They weren't perfect. They never would be. But for the first time, they weren't pretending. Grandma always told me a good cup of coffee can turn a lonely day sweet. So maybe this is our new start. But this time, we're equals. No favorites, no forgetting. Just family. Deal? They nodded, choked up, whispering yes. And for the first time, I believed them. I used to think being in the middle meant being invisible, forgotten. But maybe the middle isn't where you disappear. Maybe it's where everything blends, where the strength and sweetness meet. Yes, my name came off a coffee cup. For years, I thought it made me a joke. Bitter, spare, unwanted. But now I see it for what it is. A latte is warmth, comfort, love poured into a cup. Not the genius, not the princess. I'm latte. Strong, sweet, unforgettable. I was never invisible. I was love in a cup, just like Grandma always knew.